it's fun work. And that's why I love sharing Plexus with others, because not only the minimal amount of time that it requires, um, you can build your business however you want, as slow as you want or as quickly as you want, and it really is determined on you. You know. So anyway, good evening, team. How's everybody doing? I've got notes, so you guys excuse me. I did take some notes. So my name is Dana Story. I'm a gold ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and March 2016 changed my life. It has changed my life and my family's life. And so I wanted to share a little bit about what I'm doing to grow, give you some ideas and suggestions. So I signed up in 2016 as an ambassador. I began with the triplex combo. And like I said, little did I know at that time how it would change our lives, my family's life. So, but because of my belief in the products and what Plexus had done for me, I honestly had no trouble sharing Plexus with my family and friends face to face. I'm so sort of social in that aspect, so that was not a problem. It was the social media aspect that terrified me. Again, I started in March of 2016, and at that time I had a little bit over 200 friends on Facebook. And when Jimmy asked me to do my first post, I was petrified. But she walked me through it. I got through it, and I found that each time I posted, it was a little bit easier and a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying,
Yep.
Jeannie, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes easier to post, and the more belief that you have in the product, the more you want to share that hope and that belief with others. Right. So like I said, I was nervous about posting on social media, and at that time I had a couple hundred friends, and so I had little social media presence, but what I started to do is I started to share with close friends and family. I'd post a couple times a week at best before Plexus with no consistency. So what I started to do when I became serious and I knew that this was a life-changing opportunity for me, I began to be more intentional with my posting. I started posting 3 to 5 times a day and just sprinkling Plexus in there. Okay. At first, I went hardcore Plexus, and I felt like it was too much. And so I backed off a little bit. Now my social media is Plexus, but mostly health and wellness, and my family, sharing my family. So I sprinkle Plexus in there now. So keep in mind that social media is a great way to build and cultivate friendships, but it's also your business storefront, and you want to try to be as drama-free and professional as possible. Yeah. I just try to avoid drama, and so that's probably the biggest tip I could give you guys on social media, is that it is your business, and you want to have it look and be professional. People will gravitate towards that. So there's going to be more trust and belief in you. Right. So another suggestion would be to build your brand. And I know that people talk about that a lot. I didn't really understand what that was all about when I first heard it. So I looked into it a little bit, and it's really, building your brand is just an easy way to share your hobbies, your interests, and what's going on in your life. So that's your brand. When I do posting, I try to use that 80-20 rule. So mostly personal posts, again, with business posts sprinkled in there. Number 4 would be reflect. Try to on your post, try to reflect positivity, wellness, current life events. People want to know who you are, what you're doing, and a lot of times they need to watch you from a distance before they're going to join you. And that's okay. That's okay for them to do that. I was skeptical when I first heard of Plexus. I could not imagine anything being able to help me. I was doing everything that I thought I was supposed to be doing medically. And so I watched from a distance. So that's okay for people to do that. They will join you in the right time. One big thing that's really worked for me, and this is really what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight, is that Facebook groups has grown my friends list substantially. And what I wanted to suggest is that narrow it down. Like there's thousands of groups on Facebook. Let's say you're interested in traveling, okay? So you're looking for a travel group. But let's say you're in your 30s and you have children and your travel consists of weekend travel, okay? So you might want to narrow that down to specific, like, traveling on the weekend with family, So just try to narrow down as much as you can those groups. It's going to be a better fit that way. It's more, it's not as broad, So that's what I've done is I've grown my friends list from around 200 to 2,700 friends, over 2,700 friends in that time frame. But I believe that groups has made a big impact in that. So I gave you some tips about narrowing it down. For me, I have multiple sclerosis. So what I would, like I said, there's hundreds of groups. I chose to be more specific. I'm a mother of 5 and I have MS. And so I went with a mothers with MS group. So see, that would be more specific. That was something I can relate to. I can not only relate to the family and the kids, but I can relate to the disease that we're both suffering. So anyway, so that's just a great way of doing it. And be active in those Facebook groups. Try to comment when something's relative or interests you. Try to comment. If you see a like-minded person in that group, friend them. Look at their Facebook. Look if Plexus would be something that would be valuable to them, which we know it probably will be. It's probably going to be valuable for most people. But after I friend somebody and I get a response back from them, I go through my messenger, and then what I do is I will add their name to, my tracking system is actually, I'm not sure what you use, Jeannie, but I use Building My MLM for my tracking. It's just a good way for me to keep track of when I first friended them. And then what I'll do is I'll actually try to engage on Facebook with these people for 3 to 4 weeks prior to doing maybe a reach out on Messenger. So, and before, obviously if they comment on a post or if they contact me, then I'm right on that. But I really do use those groups a lot for my business. I use the Building My MLM for my follow-up and my cold reach outs. And that just keeps me focused. It keeps me, I like things, so it just is an easy way for me to do that. So, and by consistently engaging and adding friends, you're never going to run out of prospects, guys. If you just keep engaging, finding different ways, just like, here, these this might have been a few ideas and suggestions for you. So, I mean, it's about growing, learning new things and growing and trying different things. If it doesn't work, that's okay. Try something different, you know?
Right.
So that's kind of how I've grown that amount of friends through that amount of time.
Incredible, Dana. That's incredible. You said 200 to 2,200, right? Or 2,400?
200 and some odd, you know.
That's amazing, Dana. I knew
I
it was
know.
huge, but I couldn't remember what the number was. So I was hoping you would share that because I knew
Yeah.
when I first heard it, I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And a lot of us, some of us know this, some don't, but you know, one of the things that my sponsor really suggested right from the get-go is not to use graphics. Try to make things more personal, by using pictures or pictures of you with the product. Those are some good ideas and suggestions as well.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, Dana. And we've all learned the hard way on that, or we've learned from our own experience of looking at that graphic and maybe not getting too much likes or engagement on there versus posting a picture with our products and us, or, you know, whatever it may be, more of a genuine picture. It's
Yes.
amazing the likes and comments you will get on that picture.
Because they want to see you. They want to see you on Facebook.
Exactly.
That's why they're your friend.
Yeah, I agree, Dana. I agree. And being genuine. And so if any of you guys too have any questions, please put those in there. You got a lot of wows and a lot of stuff, Dana, on here. And then, yes, like Jimmy just said, let me open up her comment. Oh, it won't let me open up the whole thing. But scroll Dana's Facebook. She's really good at posting. She throws a lot of health facts and stuff out there. Hopefully you guys can see that. For some reason on my iPad, it's not letting me look at that whole comment. But I know there's a way to do that. But yes, Dana, and I have used building my MLM as well. And then I did just recently switch to Teamzy, Teamzy, but they do charge monthly. But the only reason I did that was because for the team, I have the team in there too, and it's the way they put it in there, it's worked really well for me. And I'm going to some of that Bob Heilig stuff, and that's one of the things that they suggested. So far it's been good too. So that's another suggestion. So, but they charge for that one. I love the building MLM because it's free. So if any of you guys have any suggestions on your follow-up, like Dana was talking about, you know, best thing, she gave amazing advice on all of that. I just want to second her on that, because when you're friending those people, then you want to put them in, you know, even a calendar. I know like Libby uses a calendar. I have mine somewhere, but it's just a big open calendar, and you put, you know, it's separate, that's just for that and for your follow-ups. And like Dana said, that day that she's got that person and she's friended them, then, you know, maybe she's going to schedule in a week, you know, to talk to them. But she's not going to either go in there, you guys, and just you know, talk to them immediately about Plexus too. She's not going to message them and, hey, I'm selling Plexus. You know, you don't want to do that, you know? So couple questions, Dana. Okay, what is MLM? That's multi-level marketing, Cynthia, which is what we do. And so that's just building my MLM. So it's building our multi-level marketing. Okay, so it's buildingmlm.com. Dana, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I believe it is a $10 yearly charge.
Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, yes. I think
so, but that's so reasonable for a tracking system to that extent,
right.
You know?
Right. Yep. Yeah. Jimmy just confirmed it's $1.99 per month, because I forgot I did think it was free. So thank you guys for putting that up. You're welcome, Cynthia, on that too. Yeah. But you guys, I love, Dana, one point that you brought up that I have not heard very many people talk about that I was like super intrigued with, was how you broke up the groups, like how you were saying, hey, you know, yes, I have MS, but you need to go deeper than that. You need to find, because that's what I have done, is sometimes I get into groups and it's too broad. There's too many people. It's not tailored more to what I wanted it to be. That was a great suggestion on, you know, mom with MS. I mean, that's wonderful, you guys. Like her advice on that, I think that was an amazing point, Dana, on that. So because you really get more people that you're probably going to relate to within that group. So you're going to get more of those connections and people that you can build relationships with, you know?
Yeah.
And one of our big things, you guys, is always being genuine, always being, you know, real, not pushy, not salesy, not making somebody feel that's the only reason we sent them a friend request, you know, and people can sense that, you know. So Dana's going to send those friend requests, and those people are going to see her posts too. They're going to start seeing her Plexus posts. They're going to start seeing what Dana's about, what she does, you know, her lifestyle. And probably there's a good, there's probably a good chance that maybe whatever that group is about too, Dana's branding, like she's talking about things she's interested in. A lot of times those are kind of the same groups you might go look for. Or if she's, you know, educating people on MS, you know, or moms with MS, she may find an article and even put that on her Facebook. So those friends that are from that group are going to see that stuff too, you know, and that's going to intrigue them to want to know more about Dana and to realize this is a real person. Dana is a real person, you know, she just loves life, you know, she has a lot of hobbies, she has different things she's doing, she loves health and wellness. She loves Plexus. Oh my gosh, look what she has, you know, look at her testimony, look at what she's posting. And then pretty soon, you know, when she's going to start building that relationship, the conversation's going to come up about Plexus. So yeah, so that's good. And I know Jimmy just said my favorite one on raising teenage boys. So much interaction and help too. Very good, Jimmy. Very good. I will need that one day. So I'll kick you out of that group and take your spot. Okay, Dana, anything else? Anybody else have any questions for Dana? We'll wait just a few minutes in case you guys have any questions for her. She's on here now, so you better get her. Better get her because we've got her. So anything you guys want to know about her, or anything more that she does, but I just love the specific stuff. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll wait for any more questions, just a couple things, and then if we have any questions, Dana, come in too. I'll let you know, okay? And then Libby says, if all we post is Plexus, people will eventually scroll right on by us. Yep, I agree. And Libby loved it. Yes, thank you, Libby, for that. Absolutely. I have learned that the hard way. Yeah, Jimmy's so over the teenage boys. Thanks a lot for the encouragement there. Boys are just getting there. We're only 9 and 10. Okay, Libby asks, Dana, can you share with us what you, okay, yep, she's going to, Libby, she's going to share her testimony. So they would like to hear what you started with for your MS. So, okay, and Shayna, yes, thank you. All right. Okay, guys, a couple really quick little announcements, and then I'm going to have Dana share her testimony. So please stick with us because you will want to hear her testimony. Convention coming up this week. So a lot of us are going to be flying out Wednesday. Most of us are flying out Wednesday. So you will, start to see a lot of, if you're not going to convention with us, that's okay because you will be next year. So just plan on it, okay? Before that, you're going to be going to Leaders Retreat in October, but plan on convention next year, wherever it may be. Always the location gets announced in October at Leaders Retreat of where convention will be. So we're excited to hear, of course, where next year convention will be. But we will be going live, guys, as much as we can in the team pages and stuff. The service sometimes is iffy. Sometimes I can't get live for very long, or the videos I can't send until we're out of the convention center. So bear with us because we will get the info to you ASAP. Everything that's announced. We always have so many announcements and sometimes it's crazy. But my hopes are for next Monday, the team live training. I'm going to have a lot of people that are going to be at convention joining us on Monday and just kind of doing some takeaways and some things, you know, that we want to do and help you guys to building your business and what we thought was amazing and outstanding and with the announcements coming out at convention. Okay. So, okay, so we're going to go right into Dana's testimony, you guys, because it's absolutely, like I said, incredible. So, Dana, if you would please share with us that, we would love it.
So, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2004. I had optic neuritis, and I basically went blind in my left eye. And so, it's an autoimmune disease where your healthy T cells or your immune cells actually attack your central nervous system. And your central nervous system, it's made of your brain and your spinal cord, and that really controls the functions of your body.
Yep.
So it's a devastating disease. There's not a cure at this time, but they are working on it. And can I add that a lot of specialists, a lot of neurologists, a lot of doctors, because I happen to be a self-help group leader. I get to see these guys and I get to hear them talk. I get so excited because
That's so cool.
health. They talk about gut health, guys, for MS and MS symptoms. So it's just awesome. Okay, so there that goes. I got a little excited. Okay, so personally, I suffered with a lot of symptoms. I had before plexus. Some included, like I said, the optic neuritis. I had walking difficulties. I was falling backwards. I had the inability to form sentences for about a year and a half. I had short-term memory loss, muscle aches, discomfort, and I had neuropathy so severe in my hands and feet and all over my body that I could not even be touched by my husband or held or hugged, or it was pretty severe. And I had spasticity in my legs, in my back, cognitive problems that affected my speech and my processing speed, chronic fatigue, heat and cold intolerances, constipation, severe anxiety, sadness. And on top of all of that, my hair was falling out by the handfuls every time I shampooed. So, but I just, and I've been truly blessed in 2004 and these years and those years following with a great medical team. I have to say that I have a great medical team that treat these symptoms, but you guys, with symptoms comes a lot of medication. That you're symptomatic, they're going to give you medication for it. And now with that medication, you're going to have other side effects because we know that medication always comes with side effects, right? So before I started Plexus, I was taking 30 prescription pills a day, 30. Plus, I was bedridden. I had to have somebody come in and cook and clean for us, our family. So as you can imagine, I was bombarded with these side effects, the MS symptoms, and I had actually gained over 50 pounds of weight. So, and that 50 pounds is the reason why I started Plexus. That's the only reason I reached out to Jimmy. It wasn't that I felt like crap and I was had all these symptoms. It was for the weight. So you don't know what somebody is going through. You have no clue what they're not telling you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I always say share, please share. So I started Plexus in March of 2016, like I had mentioned before, with the Triplex combo and Mega X Factor. So I had that combo, Mega X and X Factor. The very first week, my husband noticed that I had more energy and that I was up. I was actually up. I said, I can't put my finger on it, but I just feel good. I just feel better. And so as my MS symptoms began to decrease, and like I said, the first week we started noticing a difference. But as they started decreasing, I began to titrate off of those prescriptions and under my doctor's care, of course.
Right.
So I quickly realized Plexus was helping me, and I was ready to start the accelerator, the nerve for the neuropathy, and the edge. So my idea for accelerator and edge is because with MS comes chronic fatigue. That's just part of it. So I take Accelerator and Edge, and that makes a huge difference in my fatigue factor. And then the oh my goodness, the Nerve has been absolutely amazing. Literally, you guys, I have an iPhone, and I literally could not even type before Plexus. I couldn't even type without pain on an iPhone. So you can imagine the degree of neuropathy that I had, and I just say that I'm pain-free. So I don't miss my Nerve though. I did make that mistake. I went off of it for quite a while, and I started getting a little bit of tingling and pain again. So I'm back on it. So, and that's okay. That's okay. I'd rather take a natural supplement than I would a prescription that's going to cause more problems for me. So, okay. So by adding those 5 besides the Triplex combo, I am now off of 24 prescription pills a day, and I'm still decreasing. So I'm hoping to be medication free someday. Absolutely. So anyway, like I said before, you guys, please, please, please share Plexus with other people. These products work. They have the ability to change lives. And I couldn't imagine, I don't want to imagine what my life would be like today had not Jimmy reached out to me and shared Plexus with me. So, and it's changed so much for us, my family. You guys, I have hope again. I'm living life. I'm happy. We went on 3 vacations last year.
Cool.
And for a person being bedridden, having been bedridden and not able to even do things, that's just simply amazing. So yeah, so after my first year, I was able to go on 3 vacations. So how awesome is that?
Super cool.
So I just truly feel like we've been blessed, and I just want to share that with everybody I meet.
Yeah, you're awesome, Dana. Holy cow. Okay, like I always say, you guys, how many of you want to get out and find people to go share our products with? I mean, listen to what this has done for Dana. And you guys, all of those, I mean, you can't write down all of the core stuff that Dana was going through, all the symptoms she had, and take note of what she said. You know, so many people come to us kind of for another reason. They see something we're posting. Dana, it was, hey, I wanted to lose weight. But then she realized Plexus was helping her with all these other things. And thank God for that. Thank God for that, because yeah, that's right. Praise God on that, because Dana gets to go on 3 vacations. She feels amazing. You know, she's helping others change their lives. She's just, yeah, like my aunt just said, gives you chills, Dana, your story every time. I'm like, yay, I just love it. It's just amazing. And, you know, you brought up a good point too, Dana, on something I was thinking about the other day that people have told me too. The products that you mentioned that you take, you know, there's a good amount, because you had a lot of things that you have been targeting, and you want those natural things. Think about, you know, you were on 30 medications, now you're down to, you know, or you went off the 24. So now you're on these amazing things that aren't hurting your liver. You know, they're healthy for you. And I find sometimes people think, well, they don't take the Edge, so they don't post about the Edge. You know, they don't take the Nerve. Our family doesn't take the Nerve, but I have so many people on the Nerve because I know it can help other people like you, you know. So one thing I want to share with you guys is, just because maybe a product hasn't worked for you, or you don't care for the product. I know a lot of people are like, I don't like the P96, you know. I don't drink it either, but my boys love it, you know. But it's something that I do sell because people want it. So just never prejudge of what that person needs. Never prejudge, because
and that P96 is packed with vitamins and minerals. It's got 22, I believe, vitamins and minerals in it. My husband drinks it every morning. He loves it. And it gets him started on a good start. And it's part of his weight loss plan, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, just because it's not something for me or.
Right.
Yeah. And one of the things I was going to suggest is if you're a newbie, I highly suggest getting on one of our events, our PJ parties or something, because you're going to learn so much about not only people's experiences on the product and health testimonies, but you're going to learn more about the products and who that you're going to go, oh my goodness, that I can share that with that person or that person can use that, you know. Everybody doesn't have to be an ambassador.
Nope.
You know, customers are fine. Yeah. So if somebody's just,
yep. I agree, Dana. And you are so right. And I will tell you guys on the Nerve, my husband and I were so excited. Some really good friends of ours here that we helped brand a couple weeks ago. He has been a skeptic of Plexus for probably a good 2 years. And he was in a horrible, horrible rollover accident. He's a big, tough cowboy, skinny. He's our age. He's too young to have been in the accident that he had. But he has a lot of metal plates. He has one eye that's blind. His other eye is almost blind. And the bottom of his feet he has a lot of nerve damage. And he has a lot of nerve damage in his eye. And so finally one night we were all out for Mexican food eating, and it was just it's all about timing. I have not given up on this guy, you guys. And I just told him, look, he started talking about his eye and how they can't help him. He's almost blind there. And we've been out with him and noticed how blind he almost is completely blind. So I told him, try it for me. And it was just the perfect timing. Finally, you guys, he's like, okay, order it for me. So I did. And when we went out to the branding 2 weeks ago, he's been on it. It wasn't even a month. It was almost a full month. And he come over, and this is some guy that does not take pills ever, very skeptical. He wouldn't take 6 Nerve, but I got him to take 4. I was happy with that. Hey, he's taking it, right? He come over, he said, Jeannie, I want to tell you something. He says, I was the biggest skeptic. He says, but oh my gosh, I'm a huge believer. And I'm looking at him like, he's telling this in front of all these other big tough cowboys, you know? And he's like, I have no pain in my feet. I can get up in the morning, you know, I can hit my feet on the ground. My eye is so much better. His eye doctor has noticed a huge difference. And he's like, I'm a firm believer. He says, when are we going to Hawaii? He says, I'll tell everybody my story. And Scott and I were just cheering. It was, Libby, it was so amazing and awesome, you guys. So there are people out there that need those other products too. So
it's life-changing for him. That is a life-changing, I mean, somebody, think about how much he suffered with that. Right. And, you know, and Nerve comes around and is able to help him. That's amazing. That's amazing.
It is. And I always knew it would, but it's just some of those people that are so skeptical, and now he is just happy, smiling. He can see. It's just, I can't share his story yet because his wife's probably going to share his story. So I'm like, hurry up, because I just, you know, it's so fantastic for me to help him. So I just made my day. Makes me want to cry.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yes. So, well, Dana, you have lots of amazing comments. When you get done, you'll have to read. And Jimmy says that, I think it took you, I can't find the comment again, but you know how long it took her of reaching out to you before you took on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing. Never give up.
Yeah. And remember, a lot of people only know what the medical doctors tell them and give them. And I think that's why I love to help educate people on my Facebook page about things, because there is more out there and it's a lot better for you.
Right. I agree, Dana. And educating, you said it, that's the key on your Facebook page. Well, Dana, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for sharing with our team tonight. Amazing info, amazing story as always. And I just absolutely loved your tips you shared with expanding your network and how you were able to gain so many new friends that are on your Facebook now. You get to build relationships with and have all these new friends too, but you also get to share Plexus with them at some point. So amazing tips. If you joined us late, please go back and listen to Dana's tips, because they're definitely worth pursuing, you guys, and getting into those groups. And Dana's dubbed it. Look, Dana's done it, so she knows how to do it. So you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, Dana, thank you again so much. Love you to pieces. And I will see a lot of you guys in Florida in a couple of days. So, and the rest of you, you will be seeing us because we'll be going live. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.